Hi, good afternoon. It's Ron Montag from Ron Montag at SWRR. I just wanted to show you some things that I picked up at the Timonium train show this weekend, October 15th. I didn't grab a lot of stuff, I guess you would say. I probably spent around roughly about 200, 250. I wasn't in the market for a lot of rolling stock. I did manage to pick up two pieces, but I was just basically looking for odds and ends or things that maybe I've been looking for a while. So without further ado, I'm gonna get it started. First item up for bid. I got it right here. Got a cutting board. I needed it. I had one, a smaller one, but I needed a bigger one that'll fit on my desk a little easier. Something that gave me a little working space. I think I paid 15 for that. And the same vendor that got that from also had switches. So he had all types of switches, but I needed single pole, single throw switches. So I had two of them because I need one for my power plant and then the other one for my engine house. So at some point I'll get around to wiring those up. Next to me is one of the rolling piece of rolling stock I have. This is the Afton Blue Box observation car. So I'm gonna probably strip down some of the grab irons, put some new ones on, rework some of the detail, probably do some underbody work to it as well, repaint it. I don't know if I'm gonna repaint it in the Pullman green or I'm also thinking maybe the silver and red paint name, so I might go with that. Next, I purchased another blue box kit from Afton. This is a Southern Pacific baggage car, a heavyweight. Um, I had one already, which I had actually reworked and redid the grab irons and the trucks, and I repainted and redecaled it. So I'm gonna probably repaint this one and into something completely different and use it as a maintenance away car. So that's probably the story that's going to be with this. I paid $9 for each one of them, which wasn't bad. The next item was Afrin. These are 40-foot trailers, overnight. I've been kind of looking for these for a while. I really wanted the smooth side ones, but he had the rib side trailers. So I mean that's close enough for me. So and then it kind of fit in with the era, 1980s, or probably late 70s, 90s, 80s era. So I can't say I got a good deal on these, but I really kind of wanted them. So I was kind of on the line about getting them. So I wound up getting them anyway. So next item I purchased was the city sidewalks from Small Town USA. I don't currently have a need for them or use, but I know at some point I probably will, so I just drop these in my drop goodie bag, and at some point if I need them, I just pull them out and I got them. It's better to do that sometime because sometimes you realize, oh, I wish I had got that earlier and just kept it. So I get around to these one day. Next item. Well, I didn't buy the gondola. I bought the coil load that's in them. So the coil load was from Cooch or Coach, however you might pronounce it. So when I picked the package up, I realized that the load was split in two places. So here it is, one piece, two, and another piece inside. It wasn't no big deal. If it was, I would have left it on a shelf. I could probably glue it back together. But when it's sitting in a gondola, you really can't tell that it's cracked. So like I said, it wasn't no big deal for me. I think that was I paid maybe six for that, or four or five, something like that. Five, $6. The next item, I've seen these before. This is a picture of 30th Street Station with all the different Amtrak locomotives. You got a P42 in the background. You have a E6, couple E60s, a P40 PH. I mean, F40 PH in the background. You got some AEM7s mixed up in there. You got a GP7 and it looks like a CF7 also way in the back there. In addition to that picture, I also bought this one. This is Delaware Avenue. I'm not sure exactly what year this is portraying, but the landscape, I hope you can see that. I see a little glare on the picture, but the landscape is basically almost untouched except for the fact that the cobblestones on the street are gone. The elevated railroad bridge is gone. It's been gone, I think, before my time. The pier is still there. Delaware Avenue is still, well, they renamed it the Columbus Boulevard, but the locals still call it Delaware Avenue. And Ben Franklin Bridge, that's, of course, that's still there, not going anywhere. So I hang these probably in a train room. If not, I'll probably hang one in somewhere else in the house. I purchased this one other item, kind of a large box, but what this is, it's a big box, a storage box. It holds up to, they say, between 48 to 96 cars, depending on the length. It has 4 trays. It's a kit, so you got to put it together. It has 4 big trays. Let's see, this, it don't have the measurements on it, but it is a pretty big box, storage box. And like I said, it holds anywhere between 48 to 96 pieces of rolling stock. So I will put this together one day, whenever that might be. It's kind of hoping to get to it this week, but I've been a little busy with some stuff. I picked up 2 T-shirts also. The first one, I did wear this at the B&O Railroad Museum. So this is a Southern Pacific tunnel motor, SD45 T2. One of the first tunnel motors that SP purchased. So I got that one, and I bought a Santa Fe shot control T-shirt also. Both of these was $20 a piece, which wasn't a bad deal. So that pretty much conclude my haul for the train show. But I do have one other, actually 2 more items I want to show to you. Train related item. This was given to me from a guy. I'm gonna show it to you first, and then I'll explain the deal. So this is a mug that was given to me at the B&O Museum by Rick Belly. His club is Fultz and Belly Model Railroading Club. Is run by Rick Belly and Tom Fultz. 2 nice guys. I met them. We had a good time, at the train show and at the museum. So he gave me this mugs. Real nice. He designed the logo himself. On the back, he has a scanner where you can scan the barcode, and it has, I think it pretty much takes you to his channel or whatever website he might has. Pretty cool guy. I appreciate this, Rick Belly, John Folks. It was nice to meet you at the train show. Once again, I do appreciate that. Another item I did manage to get, which wasn't even train show related. So on the way down to the train show, I got an email about an engine that came in that was available for the purchase. Well, I had it on order. So this is an Athens Genesis 9-44CW. It is DCC with sound. It has LEDs, of course. The unit number for this is 627. I basically took it out of the box. I put it on the layout. I didn't really play around with it or anything. Just kind of playing around with it, with the sounds. The sound, it sounds as great as it can really get. I have heard these and seen them in action, so it wasn't no dispute about the sound. The only thing I got to kind of readjust the volumes because I think the bell was pretty loud, but that's small change. So because most likely I'm a program with this with some other engines. I'm kind of curious because I do have a ready to roll version, and I already know that the details on this don't even come close to the ready to roll don't even come close to this one. So I'm just curious to pull that out and see how awful that ready to run is compared to this Genesis model. Also, when you order from Lombard Hobbies, they always give you a package of gummy bears, which is so addictive. I made a comment one time about liking the gummy bears more so than I like the orders that they send me. But, just being sarcastic. But I do love them. Lombard Hobbies, I believe I paid $264 for it. They usually have good deals. Check them out. They have good selection of stuff. Like I said, they give you good deals. I've been purchasing stuff from them for, I guess, about the last year or so. And I ordered that, like I said, on Friday of the train show, and I had got it Monday in the mail when I came home. So that was pretty quick moving with the mail from Friday afternoon to Monday morning. So that concludes my haul. So I want to do one other thing. Sorry for moving around so much. I was having some issues with my cameras actually because the one I was trying to use wasn't acting right. So I wound up using the one I really didn't want to use. But excuse me. But I want to give a shout out and thanks to all those that came out to the train show, the meet and greet, and the ones that came out to the B&O Museum, everybody that met. I will do want to apologize in advance if I forget your name. So I'm gonna name off a few people that I did meet. I know a few I met at Strasbourg. Excuse me. So without ado, first I want to give shouts out to my man Ray, who that put this event together. Ray Bobel, first of all, for putting it together and actually inviting us over his house later on. Or him and his wife and daughter hosted us to a cookout, which was very great. So I want to give my thanks and appreciation for that. And like I said, to him and his wife and daughter, wife Dawn and daughter Rachel. Correct me if I made a mistake. I'm almost sure that's what they told me, but I know they wouldn't lie. But I believe I'm correct on that. Okay. Next, Sparky 107. I met him. Well, I actually met him at Strasbourg also. Rick Belly, John Foltz, Ken from B&O 51. He's a real nice guy. I met him. We talked for a little bit. We had a good conversation. I learned a few things from him. Bernard from Mini Prince, first time meeting him actually. Steve the Plumber 33, heard of him, but I never actually met him. Good to meet him. Nice guy, real funny. Ron Pistol, I actually met him up at Strasbourg. Happy to see him again. Real nice guy. Him and his wife. I believe her name was Beth. So if I got that wrong or say anybody's name wrong or forget anybody, just leave me a comment and say, oh, okay, I was there, or my name is so and so. I met who else did I meet? I met Tim. I don't know his last name or what his channel was. So Tim, if you do see this, just say, yeah, Tim, so and so, this is my channel. Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt, he was also there. Joe Rader, I met him. I heard the name before. I just never seen him in person or had a face to go with it. Who else we had? A guy named Tim. I don't know what his last name was, once again, or his channel. So Tim, if you do see this, let me know. And let me see, who else? Heath from Human City Junction. I have actually met him up at Strasbourg also. Man, I had a good time. We did a lot of talk. Well, we had a lot in common. We talked about quite a bit, through the 2 days. I really enjoyed his company. So my brain is a little fried. I can't remember anybody else. It might have been. I know there's probably a few more that I'm missing, but like I said, if I forgot you, no harm, man, or no pun. I'm just like I said, it was a few people extra that I met that was new. So sometimes it takes me a little bit to remember the names and the faces, but I really enjoyed everybody's company and conversation. We did a lot of laughing. We had a great time both days. The ones that was there just Saturday and Sunday or whatever the case was. I would like to see, all of us again in the future. Maybe some new faces that I haven't, people. It's a lot of YouTubers out there that I would love to meet. I know at some point I will get to meet them, and I know they might not heard of my name because my channel is fairly new. My channel actually really got jump started this week prior to the train show, and I'm gonna probably be pumping out a few videos. I don't want to say, I can't give you a timeline because I know my schedule is busy, but whenever it comes convenient or whatever, is suitable, I want to put out material that's suitable and not just throwing my face in front of a camera just to say I got a video. But I want to, do stuff pertaining to rail fanning, model railroading, some tips and advice. Because over the years, especially like during the pandemic, we had a lot of free time, and that's when I really got into a lot of YouTube videos and channels, and I really learned a lot, probably more so during the pandemic, as far as ideas and stuff for the model railroading. and some rail fanning things and ideas. So I'm just learning from each other, and hopefully I can teach some of you some things that I learned throughout the years. And just want you to enjoy the railroading. I've been in this hobby basically all my life, probably like the every bit of 45 years now, and I enjoy it. I mean, I really enjoy it. It's been some moments where I haven't had a train set, but I think during those years I was in a. I have quite a few hobbies. I don't know if you can see in the back. I have a piano. I was into music for a while. I used to do model cars. I haven't really been focused on any of that because I really got back into trains more so in the last few years. But I don't want to bore your ears or talk your ears off, but I just wanted to show you my haul and thank those guys that came out to the train show, the meet and greet, and like I said, I had a great time. I hope you had a great time, and I would love to see you again in the future. So okay, bye bye, and have a great time, and see you next time.